Ladies, gentlemen, and fellow travelers, good to have you back in the LZ today. And if you would have told me 4 years ago that Hello Games would still be supporting No Man's Sky with free updates every few months, it's likely that I would have responded with a hearty laughter and a deep doubt that the game would last past a couple of years. Well, here we are, going on to its 5th year of life, and today another shadow drop of a No Man's Sky update called Companions. We'll also have the patch notes for you scrolling on the right of the screen there. I won't go through them too exhaustively, so of course check the description below for a link, but we'll cover these things at a high level for you, and I'll give you some of my initial thoughts. The captured footage you'll see today is from the PS4 Pro version of the game because, finding a PS5 in America right now, you're more likely to find a vaccination for coronavirus at this point. And of course, this is what also contains my 370-hour survival save today, of which footage you'll see today. But the marquee aspect of today's update is just companions, right? Now, this is something that has been pretty heavily requested in the community, believe it or not. It's probably not going to be the groundbreaking update that brings you back to No Man's Sky if you have been sort of bored with it, or if other games have been taking up your time. Like right now, I've been playing a lot of Dreams, working on my horror game project. Check the cards above to get a look at that. But adopting an alien creature and explore the universe side by side in the Companions update, take care of your new friend as they find hidden resources and protect you from hostile aliens, or genetically modify their eggs and breed unique, never-before-seen creations. So really that one paragraph in the top of the patch notes there pretty much highlights a majority of the update. Befriending really any kind of creature that you come across. I've already got a couple, as you can see in the footage today. It's actually not too difficult to get a hold of one of these. You probably want some creature pellets, which is easily craftable by taking up some carbon, laser down some trees and stuff. And really, so far, one of the funner aspects that I've gotten from this update is not so much getting a companion, but really, it's kind of a fun exploration concept that comes along with that, because in my time with the update so far, I have been able to just sort of hop planet to planet looking for optimal creatures that I would probably befriend. You can hold up to 6. And once you befriend them, you can sort of equip them with sort of aesthetically cool items that come into a range of things. 3 of those items particularly are in the community quests right now. There's 3 tiers of those. Check those out in the Nexus. Of course, using your companion in several different ways, just to kind of have them there, obviously, to, look cute and do cool things. Finding resources, interacting with other aliens. You can even summon them, speaking of the Nexus, right there on the Nexus, and have them following you, kind of show them off to fellow travelers in that particular space of the game. Of course, feeding them, giving them attention, giving them rub downs and things like that. It's kind of weird 3 days 3 days after our Valentine's Day, and we're releasing an update called Companions, where we're talking about rubbing down aliens. Sorry, I just caught myself in that. But anyway, they do come with practical benefits, things like finding resources, marking hazards, providing light for you. They do have a torchlight, which is really cool. So running around in caves and things like that, they'll provide a light source for you outside of your own if you wish to use those too. Locating buildings, digging up treasure. And then, of course, taking down, things with mining lasers themselves. You could even ride them, riding larger creatures, which was actually a challenge before this update landed. Each one of these creatures come with their sort of own unique, one-of-a-kind personality as well. They could be aggressive. They could be friendly. I know from the couple that I already have, they're largely friendly when interacting with other aliens. And another unique aspect is they actually communicate with you, which I think is kind of cute. They have sort of a running, events chat, sort of how you would interact with other folks online in the Nexus. With messages that kind of scroll up. And like I mentioned a little bit ago, they do come with a range of customization, which is kind of neat. I haven't been able to explore really what the practicality of these customizations are yet, so I'm looking deeper into that to sort of expand on my thoughts for these. The patch notes do say that there is a range of functional and decorative adornments, so they can also be recolored as well, but I haven't been able to see the benefits of what these sort of functional accessories are yet, so I'm still diving into that. Also, one of the features that I see that's kind of being, it's coming along with a little bit of discord in my Twitter feed right now is the fact that these creatures can lay eggs, and it takes a full 24 hours for that to happen. Some of the folks in the No Man's Sky community don't really enjoy having sort of a timer in their aspects of questing and things like that. We've had this happen in the past, actually worse so than this. It used to be over days. I think it was the Living Ship update that had just a terribly long wait time unless you gamed the system and changed your console's internal clock and things like that. It wasn't optimal. I think when I reviewed the Living Ship update, one of my expressions to that was that they could have made the wait time a little more functional, like providing resources and helping it grow. Not something like watching sea monkeys grow over several days, right? Providing resources and making it go faster. That would have been preferred, how that would be handled, but it's only a day, so I guess I'm not too rubbed about it. It's not exactly the worst thing ever. They did streamline baiting aliens as well. There were several different types of baits. Honestly, somebody like me, I don't really have the patience or the mind bandwidth to really manage the several types of baits that they had beforehand, so the streamlining has been pretty nice, as a matter of fact. And then one of the final aspects of this new update is the gene resequencing, where we can take genetic material that can also be taken to a new egg sequencer aboard the Space Anomaly. The egg sequencer allows players to remix the genetic material of their growing eggs to produce unique, never-before-seen creatures, but beware, overdosing eggs in the sequencer may cause dramatic creature reconfigurations. So it almost sounds like there's something that's either really cool that can come along with that, or you're just going to get a dud if you're not. I haven't had a chance to mess with this yet because I don't have any eggs. One other thing that I would appreciate, though, is the ability to discover eggs in other locations. Wouldn't it be cool if you can raid derelict freighters and find eggs, trade them, or sell them for value, or even nurture them yourselves, even just having them be, produced by just your friends, your new companions, seems like a bit of a missed opportunity to me. I think it would be really something cool that we could use, that we can discover along the way, doing various other types of, or even just finding them in caves and things like that. That would be pretty sweet. Sort of a loot mechanic in there that I think they really could address. And one other thought, I'm thinking that, and I don't know why this update did this to me, but this has kind of got me thinking that now it's time for No Man's Sky to sort of have a companion app. I know it kind of does with the Galactic Atlas site that I probably haven't used since it's launched. I'm guilty of that. But this would be really cool if it was something that, you do have mobile gamers and folks who enjoy mobile type activities. Wouldn't it be really cool if you could manage your companions that you find in-game in a companion app for No Man's Sky, amongst other things? But I feel like that would be something that you could manage sort of reliably in-game and in an app, because everybody's got a smartphone these days. Let's not kid ourselves. So I would wager an overwhelming majority of No Man's Sky players have a smartphone that they would happily use for this kind of app. There are No Man's Sky third-party apps out there that are really useful, but I almost think it's time that Hello Games sort of gets a companion app for No Man's Sky in general, just to help manage resources when they send out new updates and things like that. I think that would be super useful. And I'll end today's video with another little hopeful morsel of information, courtesy of Eurogamer. My friend, Procedural Traveler on Twitter, found this article, and I found this to be pretty inspiring. They ended the article from a quote from Hello Games that says, "This proves to be a very exciting year for No Man's Sky," concludes Hello Games, "and we're excited to show you what else we have planned on the roadmap." So to me, it looks like they are still full steam ahead for No Man's Sky. I know that Hello Games are working on probably one or two other projects as we speak now, including another larger project that Sean indicated was as large and ambitious as No Man's Sky. This Eurogamer article also talks about that they have a lot planned for the 5th year anniversary. Generally, if we are to expect, and really, here's one thing that you can rely on for Hello Games, is that they're reliably consistent in how they do things. Their cycle for how they manage their community and their updates and how they communicate those things, generally every few months you will see a smaller update, sort of a bite-sized update like this one today, and we'll probably see another one or two of those as we progress through the year. But then, of course, come July or August, you're looking for that anniversary update again. So that's probably something that you can look forward to. There's a heavily rumored Switch version of No Man's Sky. I know that is that is controversial to even say that, because you're like, there's no way that game can run on Switch, and I wager you're probably right, but I'm not an expert, so I couldn't say for sure how that would work. But expect several updates for No Man's Sky this year if they are to remain consistent from previous years, knowing that we're going on to the 5th year anniversary of No Man's Sky. Obviously, keep it locked here to the LZ for more information. We'll happily cover that there. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the channel here, and I'll see you later.